Hello and welcome back. I'm Randy Newbert from Voodoo Effects. In today's video, we'll be doing a model kit review on another product from Yay Monsters. This is a POD, or a print-on-demand prop, and let's get started. Okay, so here we have this is the Invaders disintegration pistol from the Invaders TV show. And this is, I think, from the second season. These are straight right off a printer. These are filament prints. And I'll just open them up and pull out. These are exactly how they came in the mail. Consists of a few different parts. This is an upper part. And one bag of small parts. So what basically this comes of in this model is there's these small pieces of support that will need to be removed on the model itself. They're on both sides here, but look at the quality of this. This is just a beautiful filament print. And this is, I haven't modified, sanded, or done anything with this. It's just exactly the way it came. But you can kind of see the detail of it. And this has all been printed in a black sandable PLA material that's really high quality. It's really nice stuff. So anyway, so this is the trigger assemblies and the handle. This is the main upper body part. Kind of sits on there like that. And then there's some miscellaneous small parts that also come with the kit that I'll need to fit on there, which is the trigger assembly, and then there's a front nozzle piece that sits inside here for the front, and a back part and a little screen area. Just a few little small parts, but this will be very low cleanup. He does these literally, again, like I said, these are print on demand. So when you place your order, there'll be a short period of time when the model will be made, but it's about a day, I think maybe 2 days at the most turnover to get it just the way it is. So anyway, I'm going to do a full build-up on this one as well, and I will go through the process and show you a little bit more as I go. Okay, so we're back here getting ready to remove some of the supports from the model, and in this setup, it's best to take a hobby knife. And what you want to do is you want to slowly score the areas where the supports are inside the model. You want to be real careful when you're doing this not to get too loose with the blade, because I have cut myself quite good by doing this same method. So try to cut away from yourself if you can. And what you want to do is just keep working the knife in there. And basically, you're just going to break those little supports that are down low. And you just keep working it. Another good tool that I found out for cutting supports out is a lot of times what I'll also use is a small pair of needle nose pliers, because you can actually grab onto the part and, and you can literally just rip it off. The supports are set up enough that you can kind of just get in there and just, tear at it until the support actually comes off. But this is all you'll need to do in order to get it removed. And I just go at it a little bit at a time until it's all lifted off. And there's some parts that are going to go on here. But that's how you go about removing the support systems. And again, I'm kind of just folding them over. These ones need a little more cutting on them. But that's how we remove the support. And I'll do it the same way on this one. This one I'm going to have to split down the middle in order to get it to come loose and get underneath it a little more. And you just keep chipping away at it until you get the supports all the way off. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on this one. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious on this one, since you see how it's kind of flexible right here because it's not mounted on the part yet. So I got to be careful not to snap this off. So when I cut this, I'll undercut this really close underneath the support line, and then I'll try to remove this a little bit at a time so I don't break all this apart. So let me do a little bit more removal, and then I'll get back with on the video here. Okay, so I've broken all the supports out for both this part and on both sides there. I lifted all these out, and I got this piece all the way out and cleared. Wasn't too hard. It took a little bit of time to get in there and get it all out, but I did get it all, managed to get it all cleaned out. So anyway, my next step is there's basically a trigger assembly that's right here, and this sits in here like this. And then this main part clips in. I want to show you how good the fit is on this. I mean, that's the snap fit that you get. So there's the first main parts that are put on. Now I just got to add the little greeblies, sand this down a little bit and clean it up. And that's how it's going to go. The other few parts are really pretty straightforward and simple. This just glues into place, the emitter. And that just goes in there, and I don't know what exact direction it is, but it's something like that. And that will be there, and then I'm going to go and put a little in the parts. There's a little view screen that's right here. And I already tested it out and fitted it. It fits in there perfect. But I think I'm going to put a little piece of graphics of one of the characters running across there. You know, so it's got a little bit of pizzazz to look at through the little viewfinder, because that's how they zeroed it in when they would shoot this vaporizing ray. So anyway, let me move on to a couple steps. I'm going to put together a few more parts. Again, I'm going to glue this up a little bit more, and maybe even shoot just a little bit of primer over it. This gun itself is black, so I've already got a good base coat to start, but I do think that I will still paint some black on top of it, and then mist it. It has kind of a gunmetal look to it, so that's where I'm going to go for on it. So anyway, so let me do a little more here, and I'll be on with the next video. Okay, so I have just got these parts all sanded down to give it a little bit of tooth for the primer, and basically, though, it's ready to go. I'm going to glue this part in place and put the trigger assembly together. And then I'm going to take this out, put all the small little greeblies on it, and basically do the rest of the assembly work. So I'm hoping that the next video that you see will be this finished piece in hand. So let me move on and do the finish. This might take a little while longer because I do have to wait for primer and paint to dry, but you'll never know the difference in the video. So let's go on to the next video. Okay, so we've finished up the build. I shot some primer on it, and I got some black finish coat over it, and this prop is done. This was a fun little build, and I really like the way it turned out. I'm going to shoot a little clear coat over it just to lock it all down, but this is the way it looks. These kits will be available at yaymonsters.com, and you can purchase one there as a print-on-demand model. And yeah, I really like the way this turned out. So anyway, this will pretty much end this video. And if there's anything else that, if you want to send in your models for reviews, please contact us directly, and we'll be more than happy to shoot some video for you and get your model kit out there as a review. So anyway, so thanks, and please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.